So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about trying to get the squirrels out of your garden. So basically what I did was, if you're not rich and you don't want to take 20 trips to Home Depot and all that crap, just pound some posts. I used rebar and sticks, whatever I could find. And I had two layers of, one's like a fine mesh screen, and the other one is this chicken wire on the top. And then we just went in, use zip ties. You can get these Harbor Freight to click the two together, and also to mount the chicken wire and the screen to the posts. Pound the posts in deep. Anyway, so what happened was I was trying to figure out what was eating these poor squash, and they ate whatever it was. They ate it down to the nubs. It turned out it's squirrels, because I had built this fence. I couldn't figure out what was getting in there. Obviously not deer or anything. But anyway, long story short, the fence was only this high. When I moved it up another 18 inches, now the squirrels can't get in there. And these little things right here, zip ties, I left them unclipped because it seems to scare the squirrels. Anyway, long story short, the thing you might want to do is invest in this white stuff called tulle, T-U-L-E. Mice don't like getting their feet in there, and it protects the plants when they're in the early stages. As the squash and pumpkins and all that mature, I can take that off and it'll be fine. The animals really won't mess with it too much. They seem to just like these fresh new buds. So also what I did is I put little mouse traps in there. Be careful, because sometimes birds step in there. So I try to put it in areas where I know the birds aren't going to go into that tulle area, T-U-L-E, tulle area. So anyway, and I got a drip system in there on each thing, and I put these boards up here because this is a desert, just to kind of get like 10 or 15% of the sun off of the squash in their early stages. Squash, in this case zucchini and summer squash, whatever you want to call it, a dozen different kinds. Like the sandy soil, they like it, and but I have to water it in the morning usually. Or late at night. Anyway, long story short, it seems to have worked. I put screen against the fence. You got to screen everything. I dug it under, covered it with dirt and rocks, so the mice and the squirrels mostly can't come in. Squirrels really don't like to jump this high. This is too high for them. It's about 3 feet. So the plants are coming back now. The little sprouts are coming back. And so basically I got a fencing system, rebar, hollow zip ties, 2 layers high of wire and screen, I forget what you call it, chicken wire, and then I put the TULE over it, over the plants, because I tell you, these critters, they love the new sprouts. And they'll chew it down to the nub. So these were chewed down to the nub, but they're coming back. Things like squash and pumpkins do well out here, but only if you protect them. So you can see all the wire. I dug it under and put dirt on top, and then some cases rocks on the outside. So any cracks, edges you have, you want to put the tool in there, just in case mice get in there. Mice also like to eat plants, especially the little sprouts. Grasshoppers are another one. Locusts, and that the tool keeps the mice and the grasshoppers out. And then, like I said, next to the tool or inside of the tool areas, I put mouse traps. In case a mouse does get in there, he's going to love the peanut butter and he's going to get zapped. Last year I did this, and I couldn't figure out what was eating all the squash. We put tulle over everything and just a little tiny fence, but it turns out it was the squirrels, not the mice that were doing the damage. So squirrels don't like to climb. And we got a pond over there and a bunch of trees and stuff, so the squirrels love it here. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Like I said, make sure you get all the little edges. Has to be completely mice proof. I made a little gate here. It's Mickey Mouse like grandma. Little wire here, and this thing folds back and I can walk in there. But I won't need to walk back in there for a while, unless I'm cleaning the mouse traps out. So we got a drip system in here, and that's pretty much it. These little zip ties, you can get them at Harbor Freight Tools. I think they're all over the country. And I left them in to, it just seems like the squirrels don't like it. It looks like they look like spears, and they don't like it. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully this tip helps you a little bit if you're on a budget and you want to save your garden from the critters.